Freedom's Cause, Vignette 1, titled Truths Rendered Undeniable. Within diverse religious communities, many believe the sexual and addiction cultures are having an ever-increasing detrimental impact upon American families. If, as an American citizen who is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you would resolve these harsh issues, it's requisite you begin by accepting the following 7 truths which pertain unto your Declaration of Independence. The first 5 being: 1. There is a Creator. 2. That all are created equal. 3. That all are endowed by their Creator with the inalienable right to life. 4. With the inalienable right to liberty. And 5. With the inalienable right to pursue after happiness. There being a Creator is not merely the first. It is the governing truth, as only via it can you believe those truths outlined within the Declaration of Independence are derived from God and not contrived by man. Under the heading of separation of church and state, to believe in a Creator does not mean you must belong to or believe in an organized religion. All you need do is believe that your conduct cannot infringe upon the inalienable rights all hold. As said belief stipulates, each of us is accountable back to our Creator for how we exercise said rights. This principle of accountability back to our Creator is the culminating difference between believing and not believing in a Creator. For via this accountability, we can never legally sanction ourselves to act in a manner
that compromises our capacity to have and enjoy said rights. We may, by the laws of the land, lawfully sanction ourselves, but under said declaration we can never legally sanction ourselves. Thus, once via a clear and precise means, we come to understand that our behavior compromises our capacity to enjoy said rights, the onus is placed upon us as an individual or as a people to, over a timely period and via an appropriate effort, alter said conduct. The second truth, to be created equal, specifies under the laws of the land, all are upheld to an equal degree in having access to those truths outlined within America's Declaration of Independence. This right can only be sustained via ongoing revelatory insight from the Creator. For when we face a harsh issue which is new to our understanding, it is requisite we seek out the truth on how to legally and lawfully resolve said issue. As America's Declaration of Independence came into existence by means of revelatory insights in times of national crises, it therefore behooves us to seek from the Creator additional revelatory insights whereby we may resolve said issue. Further, as said declaration functions under the heading of state, the principle of separation of church and state stipulates said insights cannot come by means of those who function under the heading of loyal church member. Rather, they must come by that venue already prescribed unto those who function under the heading of patriotic citizen. The third truth, the inalienable right to life, stipulates that void of undue restrictions, all have the right to develop their skills and talents. It is evident slaves were not upheld in this right, as they were commonly relegated to tedious tasks that oft could only be accomplished by strenuous physical effort. when requisite, slaves were compelled to perform said labors by means of iron chains and leather whips. The fourth truth, the inalienable right to liberty, stipulates that void of undue restrictions, all have the right to use their skills and talents to acquire personal wealth and property. Within communist states, workers are encouraged to develop skills and talents, but are not upheld in their inalienable right to acquire personal wealth and property. Being denied access to this right means they soon learn developing skills and talents is rendered largely void of lasting meaning. In this, it is to be recognized lawfully sanctioned segregation was communism functioning under an Americanized heading, for its purpose was to deny African Americans access to wealth and property, and thereby the right to be part of America's cultural mosaic. In so doing, render their right to develop skills and talents largely void of lasting meaning. This brings us to the fifth truth, the inalienable right to pursue after happiness. What you are to be shown via the following vignettes is how this inalienable right is in jeopardy of being lost by means of people unwittingly sustaining a false doctrine of happiness titled total inclusion, a doctrine based upon the sexual and addiction cultures, a doctrine that is partially and looks to become fully licensed, yet has no more legal right to be lawfully licensed than did the doctrines of slavery and segregation. In regards to the sixth truth, its name is Truths Rendered Undeniable, and well before America's Declaration of Independence came forth, it bore witness to your progenitors of their need to establish an independent nation. Well before they heard the words within the Gettysburg Address, it bore witness of their need to end slavery. Well before they heard the words of Dr. King, it testified of their need to end segregation. Thus, this witness's testimony is suited to a courtroom setting, for within said declaration they are the list of grievances outlined therein against the British Crown, stipulating within these vignettes. This witness's testimony is designed to awaken you to the serious nature of those issues associated with the sexual and addiction cultures. Do so by reasoning with you as one person reasons with another, so thereby you may be endowed with a mindset that is prone to act and not merely to be acted upon. Yet, although this witness reasons with you via truths rendered undeniable, you can only believe its testimony via softening your heart towards said truths. For if you deny that which is undeniable, you render it impossible for you to receive of that testimony that comes via the second witness. That had within your Declaration of Independence, we hold these truths to be self-evident. That had within the Gettysburg Address, 87 years ago, that had within Dr. King's words, I have a dream. For the name of this second witness is Truths Rendered Self-Evident, and from generation to generation its words function as a living monument wherein abides the soul of American patriotism. Lest you, as a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, doubt the authenticity of these two witnesses, I direct your attention to your book of scriptures titled the Book of Mormon, for the authenticity of said book is based wholly upon the testimony of these two witnesses. Within said scriptures, you may have overlooked the first witness, truth rendered undeniable. For the words of this witness, as to why it's requisite the Book of Mormon comes forth, transpires within the following. 2 Nephi chapter 29, verses 10 through 13. In accordance with the terminology of your faith, this stipulates the name of the first witness, titled Truths Rendered Undeniable, is him whom you refer to as Jesus Christ. It is expected you know where the testimony of the second witness, truths rendered self-evident, transpires within said book. Moroni chapter 10, verse 4. Thus, under the terminology of your faith, this stipulates the name of the second witness, titled Truths Rendered Self-Evident, is the Holy Ghost. Having authenticated the existence of these two witnesses and the order in which they bear witness, I ask the following. By what means can you justify yourself in not hearing their testimonies as they pertain to the sexual and addiction cultures? For if you refuse to give a fair hearing to the first witness, truths rendered undeniable, then of your own accord you stand in opposition to this charge placed upon you by the tenets of your faith. Moroni chapter 7, verses 12 through 19.